We know you love your car, and at Big O Tires, we love your car too. We know it's so much more than just how you get from here to there. That's why your locally owned Big O in Roswell and Carlsbad is proud to help keep your car in top shape with our trustworthy service, quality products, major tire brands, and some of the best deals in town. And don't forget, we have easy and affordable financing options for nearly any budget. As members of our community, we know what's important to you and your car. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Central Valley Electric Education Foundation scholarships are now available for CVE members and their dependents. The scholarships can be used by graduating high school students or adults who are continuing their education. Applications are being accepted through April 15, 2022. Visit cvecoop.org/scholarships for eligibility and an application, or call Central Valley Electric Cooperative at 575-746-3571. Remember, these scholarships are available for students of all ages. Apply today.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2668.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus,
welcome back to Lady Coyote Softball. We're here at Roswell High School and getting ready to begin the second game. The Lady Coyotes dropped game one, 15-1 in 5 innings. Defensively for the Roswell Coyotes, looks like Victoria Sandoval will be the senior in the circle, and TJ Espinosa will be the receiver. Sandoval facing Faith Aragon in game two. So ball number one. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be the same lineup, as we did not receive lineups for either team. But we'll get it taken care of here. So there's Sandoval. She's going to go upstairs for ball two. Yeah, the Roswell Coyotes are really going to have to focus a little bit defensively here, as they had, we counted 5 errors or 6 errors last game?
Just 5. It seemed like more, but it was just 5 by my count.
And that's what I had, was 5 as well. That's what I counted here. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Went down and had a conversation with the senior, and a little frustrated there, but hey, it is what it is, right? We got to get back here and regroup. 3 balls and 1 strike. Strike number 2, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wanted to give her a water there and talking about frustration.
Well, that's tough to be on the other side of that, but should be fine.
Yeah. Well, Coach, and this is what I told all of them, actually, there are 5 seniors in this ball club. And, as we all talked about in this press box here, I said, here's the thing that you're going to have to do as a team, but as seniors as well, too. This could be potentially your last game ever played here as a Roswell Coyote on this field. And there's strike 3, and Sandoval strikes out Faith Aragon, which is a big out. And I believe this is going to be Grace Aragon. And Grace will end up playing shortstop once again. And so when I said that, Coach, you should have just the eyes of them just like really said, hey, you know what? Hey, it kind of hit reality there.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, it's like, how do you want to go out, you know?
Right.
How do you want your last game at this field to be? And obviously it's a tough assignment, but, I mean, it's not just about the wins and losses. It's how you play.
And there's a ground ball, so good play by Sadia Morales for out number 2. And now bringing up to the plate is going to be number 22, Jonna Aragon.
And Coach, those Aragon girls, are they related?
Yes, yes, they are.
Are they siblings, cousins, both?
All the above.
All right.
So here is John Aragon facing Sandoval in game number 2, and there's going to be ball number 1. Looked like that was outside for ball number 1. There's the pitch, and there's the curveball. So 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. Ooh, that one's hit hard, and that's going to be a base hit. Going to be a double for sure. Good effort by Lozano.
Yeah, real nice effort. And you like to see that because there's really nothing to lose there. It's so tight in the corner that you can dive for that ball, and even if you don't get it, which is what happened, you know, you still got time to get it in and hold it just to the double.
Jessica Monroe, the hitter. Kind of curious if she's just going to be the designated player, or there's a pass ball. TJ's kind of struggling behind the plate a little bit too.
Yeah, that's she had a pass ball in the previous game.
Well, one of the things that the Roswell Lady Coyotes had to be sure of here is, you know, and you know this, Coach, is you're still coaching. This is great. Let's stay here for a second. So you go 3 unassisted for the 3rd out. One of the things that the Roswell Coyotes are going to have to make certain, you're playing the #1 team in the state of New Mexico, and you know as well as I do, Coach, the Roswell Coyotes really have had a decent season for the most part. You know, going, you know, they're 14-8 right now, which is mediocre, and that's, you know, that's okay. But one of the things that they're going to have to do is, especially after a loss, what do kids do, Coach, in general?
Well, I mean, what you don't want them to do is to get down on themselves and let it you know, carry over into the next game, which in this case is right now.
Correct. So that's exactly right. One of the things you have to do is flush it. Game's over with. There's nothing to discuss right now. It's, hey, listen, you know what? The bottom line is we didn't play very good in game 1. Get your heads together. Let's come together as a unit, and let's start preparing for Schoolcraft. And that's exactly what they have to do. I mean,
and it's 0-0, and now you're actually ahead now because you've put them away in the first with no runs across. So, well, yeah, I mean, you just got to start over. You got to put it behind you. You know, the old Rafiki with the back to the, you know,
that's
right, back of the head.
And one of the things I say is, you know, and one of my favorite sayings, you know, Jim Bradley always said it, you know, always to us when we play football, and I use it when, you know, during my coaching years, you know, tough times don't last, tough people do, and that really sticks to us, you know. Yeah. Don't worry about the little things. Take care of the little things, and the big things will take, you know, come in place. And one of the things, just the bottom line is, clean up a little bit of the mistakes, and I think the Roswell Coyotes, win, lose, or draw, you want to make sure you have a successful game and a very competitive game nonetheless.
Sure. So we're going to get a look at Schoolcraft here, who would be the ace on any other school in 5A, I would think. But
yeah, so Coach, my understanding, and this is just speculation, this is what I've heard, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I understand that she is signing a letter of intent to play at New Mexico State.
And she's just a junior, yes?
Well, she hasn't signed. She had committed supposedly to New Mexico State. I beg your pardon. So if I don't want to start that rumor. It's my understanding that she has committed to play at New Mexico State.
And that happens. I mean, you had the girl, that we mentioned earlier from Artesia that what's her name?
Riley Crandall.
Riley Crandall, who committed to Baylor her junior year. So that's kind of how it's done with the elite type pitchers.
Schoolcraft currently at a .88. Oh, there's going to be a base hit and an error on Grace Aragon. So you have a single and an E6 on the throw.
And would you call that a bunt?
I would call that a base hit, yes. I would call it a bunt, yes. Still, as I mentioned earlier, Schoolcraft has a .88 average. He has 10 wins on the season, which is pretty darn good. But let's see if Grajeda will square around to have the sacrifice bunt and see if Espinosa, they're going to allow her to hit.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about that. I'm not sure I'm trying to play small ball here. I mean, they just hung 15 runs, and it's against the same pitcher, Victoria. I think.
Oh, yes.
I think you got to keep swinging here and not trade outs for runs here. I mean, you may say differently, but
well, it just depends on what the strategy is and the game plan was prior to. So,
against not less powerful teams, I'm definitely going to move her over and try to manufacture her.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
But here, I'm okay with them swinging away here and not going the bunt route.
Well, and again, Coach, you have to go back on your – so here's the thing. Statistically, on the last game against when Roswell played Schoolcraft, the Lady Carls, they really struggled with Schoolcraft. So I think right here in the beginning, early, I think that any team – but we're talking about the Roswell Coyotes right now. I would have advanced her over to go ahead and square her up, and especially with Esquivel coming up, because Esquivel really had I don't want to say a field day. That's not what I'm trying to say, but she had a very competitive game against Schoolcraft, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I get that 100%. I'm just saying I'm not sure 1 or 2 or 3 runs wins the game for you. So,
3 runs are not going to win the ball game. I promise.
Yeah.
But I think you need to get on the board, and it's going to. There's that slap attempt there. Slap bunt attempt, I should say.
And you're saying less movement? Schoolcraft would have less movement than Aragon?
Well, yes, in this case here. I think Schoolcraft, like I said, she throws anywhere from 65 to 67.
So throws a little harder.
She does have a changeup, and I'm not saying that she's not effective at all. She's extremely effective, and she has good stuff. But I think when it comes down to Aragon and Schoolcraft, I think Aragon really has better movement coming from the left side as opposed to Schoolcraft throwing from the right side. And
Schoolcraft might just throw a little harder than Aragon.
She throws a little harder than Aragon. And, the beauty of the beast here for the Carlsbad Cave Girls, both Faith Aragon and Haven Schoolcraft are only juniors. That's an amazing.
And one is 12-0 and the other one's 10-0.
That's correct. And, Coach, you know how many seniors you have here in this team?
I counted them earlier, so I do know.
5.
5, yeah.
And with those 5, there's a little dribbler over to the right side. It's going to be 4-3 for the out. That's going to be not a fielder's choice. It's going to be an advance. So 4-3 for Esquivel for out number 2.
After the strikeout.
Grajeda actually had a K.
Yes.
And now that's going to bring up Morales in this game. Morales facing Schoolcraft. But out of those seniors, and I'm sure when I seen it, I'm not so much sure about Flores. Rettner did play in the last game. Ava Fuentes played in Carlsbad. I don't know about this game here. Of course, we didn't get the lineup. And then Grace Aragon. Heads up, Coach. See if they can do that one more time.
Yeah, and Monroe, obviously they'll miss her. Grace Aragon, obviously the shortstop, senior shortstop. But, yeah, they'll be fine next year.
And good swing and a miss by Sadia Morales. The head was pulled there a little bit. So, Coach, and then we were talking about Schoolcraft there. It looked like it was a pretty good changeup there in that last attempt.
So where did it? Just right here?
Well, no, it bounced out. And strike number 3 for Sari Morales. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. The score is 0-0.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus, hard-to-find exotic woods like purple heart, zebra wood, ambrosia maple, black limba, and bloodwood. Perfect for that one-of-a-kind gift piece or table. Get ready with Formica and Wilson Art countertops in 12-footer custom length with installation available. Make it happen at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, serving southeastern New Mexico and beyond since 1934.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Welcome back to Lady Coyotes softball. About to begin the top half of the second inning. Lady Coyotes versus the Carlsbad Cave Girls.
And thanks for saving me there, partner. I think you probably saved me from injury.
That was for sure, Coach. I'll tell you what, man.
That's a first for me. I've never had a ball come into the press box to join us before, but it didn't stick around long.
So up to bat's going to be Schoolcraft as she begins the second inning. She'll be facing Victoria Sandoval.
So they did change the lineup a little bit here. So Schoolcraft is batting 5th. See who comes up next. Ball up high.
5 errors. Yeah, so nothing in one ball and no strikes. Schoolcraft, the pitcher in this ball game here, is going to face Sandoval, and the drop ball on the outer half looked good. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. And there's going to be a ground ball, and you lay out for those.
So hard hit up the middle.
As they say, what I say, Coach, and you heard Mama downstairs, lay out for it.
Well, yeah, but if you know Mama.
Well, Coach, and again, good teams can get away with that. Great teams make those plays. In order to get in the state playoffs, those have to be caught. I'm sorry.
Well, and with nobody on base, there's really no reason not to lay out for it. But I'm always telling my son the same thing. Could you have dove for that and maybe knocked it down? It's, as you well know, it's a microsecond decision.
Muscle memory, and that's why you play the game, and you have to play a lot of summer ball in order to be pretty good. And this, and that'll happen this year too. They'll play a lot of summer, I'm sure. I think. Up to bat is Hannah Martinez. Martinez, the second baseman, facing Sandoval, and there's the pitch, and that one's going to be lobbed up, and that's going to be F4 for the second out. Excuse me, that's going to be the first out. I beg your pardon for the first out.
Grajeda makes the routine play, and another change to the lineup from last game. This is going to be number 23. So
number 23, that's going to be Torres, I'm not mistaken.
Little dropper, little Texas leaker.
So that's going to be Torres. Well, I thought that was almost going to be caught there, Coach. So number 23, Torres.
Esquivel had a long way to go to get to that one.
Yeah, that
maybe
was
not the greatest jump, but.
No, I think it was a nice. It was a good base hit. It was just deceiving there. I thought I saw it come in there. So number 23, yeah, that's Mariah Torres. She's the first baseman.
Okay, so that brings up Witzel, right? Is that?
I believe that's going to be Witzel.
So we'll just see who bats ninth, and we'll have it in the lineup.
Aislinn Witzel. She is number 3, and she will continue doing the catching here. So you have 1 out, and you have a runner on first and second base here. So Torres gets a single, and Schoolcraft goes to second base, and actually there's a pinch runner, and that's going to be number 20. I think that's number 25 over there. That's Kirsten Guevara, yeah, and she has good speed. There's going to be a little dribbler, Texas leaguer. Nope, it's going to be caught. So Witzel goes 4-3 for the second out. And so now they're talking with one another here. They're trying to, so Torrey has actually changed speeds here. Throw in the changeups, and that's going to be number 28. Is that right? Can you see that, man, on number 28?
18 maybe?
Oh, that's going to be number 18, yeah. So that's Riley Whitaker. Make sure that's correct.
Called strike?
Yeah. So a call strike on Whitaker, and there's going to be another strike, and the drop ball works. So that's number 18. Yes, that is Whitaker.
So good chance for Tori here to get out of trouble, pitch herself out of a little jam here. Got her down 0-2 in the count.
And there's strike number 3. So good job by Victoria Sandoval. 1, 2, 3. No runs on
just 12 pitches, too.
12 pitches?
Yep.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We'll be right back. You're listening to KSUPTV.com.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Pecans are a big deal here in Chaves County. We have some of the biggest orchards in the country, and lots of us have pecan trees in our yards. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether you have 1 pecan tree or 1,000 of them, this time of year, every pecan tree needs fertilizing. So come see us at Roswell Seed Company, and we'll get you fixed up with the right fertilizer for your pecan trees. So that next year, your nuts will be big and beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
0-0 the score as we begin the bottom half of the second inning. Victoria Sandoval will come to the plate, will face Schoolcraft. Leah Sanchez on deck. And we talked about the first inning and a half at least. All donuts right now, but let's see if the Roswell Lady Coyotes can do something here in this bottom half of the second inning. Schoolcraft grunts and goes upstairs for ball number 1. One ball, no strikes, no outs. Sandoval, the hitter. And that's, they're going to call that a strike. And I don't know how that would.
Yeah, catcher couldn't even make the play. That was so far outside, but they're going to call it a strike.
He called it a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, and I'm going to disagree with that. I think he closed his eyes because that ball was 4 feet outside, man.
Well, the catcher couldn't make the play.
So 2 balls and 1 strike. He's trying to say it hit the corner of the river there, but that was absolutely incorrect, I promise, on that one.
That ball was in the lefty batting box.
Oh, well. 2 balls and 1 strike, so let's see here. It was a good curveball, but it went outside. There's another outside pitch, so 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he's consistent.
Well, geez. And there's going to be strike 3. So the umpire calls strike 3 on the swing and the miss.
You know, I used to tell my kid, you know, that's okay. Yeah, we don't want you swing at those pitches.
Well,
you know, keep your good eye and just live to fight another day, you know.
And that's exactly right. You still don't swing at those pitches. And if he calls them, then shame on him. That's okay. Hey, they're down there. We're broadcasting it. So here we go. Leah Sanchez, the first baseman, facing Schoolcraft. Is that a strike on that out half? Okay. So another called strike. And that's going to be out of play. So 0-2 with 1 out. And I hate to say that, but because I know it's a tough job, but wow, those.
Yeah, that it is a tough job, but I mean, you still have to do the job.
We're up here and we can see it.
Yeah, and
that's this, and he needs to go back and look at it.
Sure, needs to improve.
Important game here for the Lady Coyotes. And there's a good change of speed right there for Schoolcraft, and another strikeout for her.
Yeah, she fooled her there for sure.
2 outs. Bringing up to the plate the freshman, Yarida Aragon. Tarin on deck. Zero is the score. And that one's going to be a strike, and that looked to be a strike.
Yeah, that looked like it caught the corner. Credit where credit's due here.
Yeah, no, I'm one that's a pretty honest guy when it comes down to this, Coach. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
that looked like it's going to be a strike.
Or to anybody there, I'm going to tell it like it is, and I'm going to see it like it is. And that last pitch was a strike.
Yeah, and we've heard about it a few times over the years, you know, calling it like it is, and sometimes people don't like it, but you know, it's not personal. It's just what we're seeing up here.
And that, my friends, is upstairs for ball number 1. No, that's the beauty of the beast, in my opinion, there. And you know, there's some things called good broadcasting and bad broadcasting, and I would do the same thing for Carlsbad.
Sure.
That's a strike, and that's going to be strike number 3. Struck out look, and that's a good pitch by Schoolcraft for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll be right back. The score is 0-0 on KSUPTV.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $7.99, and our #1 selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $9.99. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they are gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Did you know that most burglaries occur during the day? Why, you ask? Most of us are at work, leaving the burglar to go unnoticed. Did you know the average loss from a home burglary is over $2,200? Not including one's loss of emotional security in their own home. Avoid being a burglar's target market and get a monitored security system from Zenith Security Services, all for around $1 a day. Wouldn't you agree that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure? Call Zenith Security Services today, 626-3521.
Good.
Welcome back. As we begin the 3rd inning, the score remains 0-0. Top of the lineup is going to be Aragon. On deck is Aragon, and in the hole is Aragon. So we have Faith Aragon, Grace Aragon, and Jonna Aragon are the hitters 1, 2, 3.
That's not confusing or anything.
Yeah.
Now, a coach wouldn't do that just to do it, would he?
I don't think so, Coach. Right. So Faith Aragon facing Sandoval now. And that one. I just want to yell out, keep it down. So 1 strike to Faith Aragon. She is 0 for 1 as she struck out in the
Yeah, struck out swinging in the first inning.
I'm going to sit back down, Coach. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to broadcast this game. No balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Sandoval facing Faith Aragon. And here is the pitch.
Got her
Struck
again.
Aragon out for the second time.
Got her swinging, got her looking. That's going to bring Grace to the plate.
Grace is 0 for 1 as she grounds out to shortstop. And there's that curveball. And it's going to be ball number 1. That was outside a bit.
You want to bring in a relief pitcher or what? You want him to bring in a relief pitcher? No?
Screwball inside for ball number 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out. Top half of the 3rd inning, the score is 0-0. Grace Aragon takes ball number 3. And right here, Sandoval's going to have to be real careful not to make the mistake. You do have a bag open.
You don't want to just serve it up.
You have a bag open, but of course you have the dangerous Jonna Garcia on deck. Go compete and take care of the little things, and the big things will fall in place. There's a ground ball to short. 6-3 is the play, and that's going to be the second out.
Yeah, and that was a hard hit ball and a nice play by the sophomore Morales. Just ate it up and made the throw.
And that's going to be out number 2. Bringing up to the plate is Jonna Aragon and Monroe on deck. Schoolcraft in the hole. Aragon had a double, so she is 1 for 1 in this ball game. So Jonna Aragon has an open stance. Aragon will hit the ball hard, but on that frame, it's going to go F4 for the 3rd out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's half of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KBCP-TV.com.
Morning, honey. Hey, I have to pick up the kids from school this afternoon. Can you call?
A home invasion can happen anytime, even when you're at home. Protect your home and the ones you love with whole home security from Zenith Security. The security experts at Zenith Security can monitor your whole home 24/7. So they're ready whether you're there or not. Call Zenith Security Services LLC at 626-3521. That's 626-3521 and get whole home security with Zenith Security Services LLC.
We know you love your car, and at Big O Tires, we love your car too. We know it's so much more than just how you get from here to there. That's why your locally owned Big O in Roswell and Carlsbad is proud to help keep your car in top shape with our trustworthy service, quality products, major tire brands, and some of the best deals in town. And don't forget, we have easy and affordable financing options for nearly any budget. As members of our community, we know what's important to you and your car. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Central.
Welcome back to KSVP-TV.com. Coach Art Sandoval and Coach Kelly McDonald. 0-0 is the score as the Roswell Coyotes taking on the Carlsbad Cave Girls. And that's going to be ball number 1 to Tarin. Lozano on deck.
Yeah, Schoolcraft really gives it her all on that pitching, doesn't she?
She definitely grunts. And that, my friend, is going to be a strike as I see upstairs. Strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's the pitch by Schoolcraft, and that one's going to be hit hard, and that's going to go deep, and that's going to be just foul. It's a good hit by the freshman, but it went foul.
Yeah, going the other way, showing that opposite field power, a little wind assist, but not, actually probably didn't assist, probably pushed it foul.
Okay, here's Schoolcraft. And that's going to be strike number 3 on the changeup. So Tarin strikes out looking for out number 1. Top of the lineup, number 9 hole hitter is going to be Mireya Lozano. She's one of the 5 seniors here. Facing Schoolcraft, the junior. And there's the pitch, and that's going to be strike number 1. Yeah, so Carlsbad has a good problem, Coach, for next year.
Yeah.
You have both Aragon and Schoolcraft coming back.
Yeah. And their catcher coming back, which is important as well.
Well, and that's talking about Aislinn Witzel as well. I mean, just a good kid. She just does a good job. And
you know, that familiarity, you know, that battery, as it's called, and you know, that just knowing each other, whether it's signs or, you know, just it's a different kind of relationship, and they obviously have a good one going on there.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Mireya Lozano. So let's see what Lozano is going to do. I'm not sure her plans for the future. During senior night, I know they had that. I didn't have that opportunity as I was downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
So Schoolcraft has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in this contest. If I'm not mistaken, it might be 6. I think you might have a better opportunity. You might find that out in a moment.
Strikeouts for
Schoolcraft.
Yeah, I'll get you.
TJ Espinosa, the hitter now for Roswell. There's going to be a slap hit, 4-3 for the 3rd out. For out number 3.
7 strikeouts, Coach.
That's what I have, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And middle part of the 3rd inning, score remains 0-0. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSUP-TV.com.
Central Valley Electric Education Foundation scholarships are now available for CVE members and their dependents. The scholarships can be used by graduating high school students or adults who are continuing their education. Applications are being accepted through April 15, 2022. Visit cvecoop.org/scholarships for eligibility and an application, or call Central Valley Electric Cooperative at 575-746-3571. Remember, these scholarships are available for students of all ages. Apply today.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Welcome back to KSVP-TV.com. Jessica Monroe will come up to the plate for the Cave Girls. She had a home run in the first game, brings her up to 12 home runs on the year, facing Sandoval. Aragon, the 3rd baseman, along with Morales at shortstop, Grajeda at 2nd, Sanchez at 1st base, Lozano in left field, Escobar in center, and looks like Tarin will remain in right field, and the battery remains the same with TJ Espinosa behind the plate and Victoria Sandoval in the circle. 0-1 is the count with no outs, score 0-0 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Coyotes lose game 1, 15-1. There's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, Yarida Aragon. 5-3 for the first out. See, Coach, I have to, say Aragon. I can say Aragon. I can say Aragon. And we have 4 Aragons here in the field today.
Well, there you go. If you can find 4 ways to
3
say,
plus 1 equals 4, Coach.
That's that Eastern New Mexico University education talking right there.
That's correct, Coach. Eastern New Mexico, my alma mater, facing Schoolcraft now. 1 strike. So an 0-1's account. Schoolcraft, the hitter.
Did he call it a strike?
I don't know.
No,
I thought he did.
No, I think it was a ball. I think it was ball 2.
Okay.
Hey, don't listen to this guy. That should be.
I thought I heard strike, but I could have been mistaken. So, okay, so 2 balls and no strikes. And there's the pitch. And there's the strike.
I heard that one.
So let's see what Mr. Lucas Hernandez has. It's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. I told you. I was just looking over here on the left side. We're in the dark, so it is correct. Sandoval stands corrected. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, and there's the lights.
I didn't realize I was.
And strike number 2. No, look at that, Coach.
Yeah. Strike 2.
Strike 2. And you know what? Espinosa thought the same thing because he did call strike.
Huh. Maybe he corrected himself.
I got to stand up.